There we go. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. So this, again, I'm going to try to keep this in about 35, 40 minutes, real quick. Both of you right now know me. There are a few people that will be watching the recording that don't know who I am. Actually, one of whom is somewhere in Europe. So I'm very excited about that. Julie, hopefully you'll watch the video. My name is Nicole Perry, and I have been leading women's groups since 2012. So I led a women's group for 3.5 years that was not my own group. And what I discovered during that 3.5 years, I actually led two of them, a day one and an evening one. What I discovered during that time is that I was putting all of my energy into the company of this group and not into my own business. And so this is why, I want to break the mold of how this can actually be done so that your company, your brand is in the forefront, and my brand, the PWR Powerful Women Rise brand, is in the background. So ultimately, the opportunity is to dive in, jump on board, sort of like Zumba. I like to describe it like Zumba. Like if you have a Zumba practice, you have to have a little thing in your window, a certification that says you're Zumba certified. So that's my intention for Powerful Women Rise, is that you come through, that you come on board, you start your group within the first 90 days. Ultimately, it would be ideal if you had 22 members, because then you could earn 3,000 in that 90-day period. If you don't, that's okay too. There's no demands or minimums or anything like that, but it really is a sweet spot because, as we know, with all the groups we've ever attended, if you have 3 or 4 people missing that day, you would like to have a really significant group of people in the meeting. So ultimately, it's your group, your brand, your style. That's really what I want to promote. It's our tools. So I provide the monthly topics and the monthly handout. I can also provide a monthly cute little video if anybody had any interest in that. And it's our directory. So currently we are shifting the directory on the Powerful Women Rise website. So you won't be able to see the directory yet. But as soon as I roll that out, I'll be able to tell everybody when, I'll share when it's up and running again. So we're streamlining it to make it more conducive to the WordPress website. So again, back to the easy peasy. I want to keep everything easy. I've had the directory since 2018. So I guess going into 8 years. I've been leading my own group since 2016. It has evolved over the years. I've had different locations, different amounts of women that have joined the group. It runs from 18 to, whatever your heart desires. So the point, again, is for you to promote your business first. And if you are having a connection with someone and they are not biting into what you have to offer, then it's the opportunity to talk about Powerful Women Rise, or your brand after that, your group after that. So let's see here. All right, jumping into the next segment here. So ultimately, it's for leaders. It's for women who see themselves as leaders, are natural born leaders, who love to facilitate, who have facilitated many of functions or meetings in the past, or who want to, and establish themselves as an influence in their community. This is for women who also people go to. You're the go-to for advice. You're the go-to for a connection. The earning growth. So let's dive right into the money, because this is not a six-figure. This is not meant to be a six-figure income. This is meant to be a platform and a stage where you can earn some income, but it's beyond that. It's you have the stage, you have the platform, you're building this community for yourself and for the women that trust you, right? But anyway, back to the money piece of it. So I'm using the word franchise because ultimately it will become a franchise, I imagine, for many women. In the beginning, it's basically just commission. It's a 58% on new membership and then 78% on renewals. So that's where it's just a simple commission. But I imagine because of my own burnout experience, and I've seen in women's groups, many different women's groups, I've talked to many different leaders, they talk about the burnout, and burnout usually happens around 3 years where they're just done working for this other company and they're not really putting it their own business and their own brand first. Um, the membership currently is $259 to join for 1 year. Um, and that includes a deck of cards. So I created Powerful Women Reflection cards back in 2017 is when I published those. It's a deck of 80 cards and they are geared towards the entrepreneurial spirited businesswoman. And those cards have many different topics and dive deep. They help you dive deeper into who you are and what it is that you want to achieve and maybe who you were. And so there's 80 cards in each deck. And so every person that joins gets a deck. And so for those that want to start this franchisee, when you have 10 new members or 22 new members, I would be sending all those decks to you. So it's easier for shipping. And so the 58% is not based on 259, it's based on 240 because of the cost of the deck of cards. So the 58% is on the 240. So if you do the math, 58% of 240 times 22 women, there you have your 3,000. As far as how you get paid, there's many different avenues. I think the quickest thing would be Venmo, but we could do Zelly, we could do other things. I mean, I kind of will just, whatever the person wants, if I can figure out how to do it, I'll just do it that way. The goal, though, again, the goal is not to kick you out of the Powerful Women Rise umbrella. So I just want to make that clear. Our goal is not to, kick you out, but our goal is also to cut the cord and set you free if you do want to take this on your own and earn 100% of your own of the membership. And so the opportunity is there, and the opportunity is there at 18 months. So you go through the 12 months, you get your renewals, and then and the opportunity is going to happen within a 90-day period. This is what I vision. I feel like as soon as you know that you're going to go set yourself free and create your own website and your own WordPress and do your own membership, which Kim is on the call here. Kim is my support person for the website. So she would be happy to support and assist anyone else in doing so. But if you have your own people, that's fine too. So if you wanted to go free and have your own franchise and be Powerful Women Rise certified, which I just think that's an amazing thing because it also puts you as a voice of authority. So I imagine if, and dare I say when, this gets a little bit bigger and there are more people on the globe that are doing this, I think that this would be a really cool thing to have a little snippet Powerful Women Rise certified on your website. But it doesn't have to be. There's no mandatory thing there as of right now. Hello. So 18 months is the I feel like is once you're rocking and rolling and you're running this group and you have a good chunk of 22 plus members, you could decide to take this on your own and become your own franchisee. and that is going to be a 90-day exit period. So once you decide, there is going to be a fee of $199 to exit, because I'm going to have to help you through that exit process. And I say 90 days to give you that 90 days to get your website up and running, transfer all your people. And then I would, at the end of 90 days, I would remove all of those members from the Powerful Women Rise website umbrella. Um, Okay, so there's all of that information. It's basically, I feel like this is turnkey. Like the amount of worksheets and topics and handouts that we've created since really going back to 2018, but I've been doing this since 2016. Um, I have so many tools to support you with. We have a CEO habit tracker that I've created, just lots of great tools. And so the minimum investment to start is $359 to become, start the process of becoming this franchise owner, or two payments of $199. And then again, we give you all the handouts, we give you the cards for all the new people. You will get your deck of cards once you sign up. Um, and we will handle the directory. So the directory is basically the profile of each member with their mission statement, their tagline, their natural ability, their phone numbers, their social medias, their email, if they have a brick and mortar, their actual address. Everything you can think of under the sun that a member would want to share, because when you're in the directory, you're also being supported by search engine optimization, SEO. So it's always a great thing when you belong to a chamber or any other group out there, because when you're listed in the directory, that's also going to help you in your business with the Googles. All right, so there is all of that. And I think I have covered, let me just check one more thing. So it's a 90-day transition period out and a 90-day transition period in. So I just want to make that clear. $359 to get the ball rolling with me, get your cards, and we start our one-to-ones. I don't know how often I would have to meet with you or get to meet with you during your 90-day. I think that's kind of, because this is all new, I think we'll just take that as it goes, and we'll see, do we have 30 minutes a week? Do we have 2 hours a month? We'll see whatever the need is. And let's see here. All right, I think I have covered everything. How are we doing on time? Wow. Yeah, really great. So I am going to open up the floor for questions. So if you want to unmute, and Beth, what are your questions?
Okay, I have a few here. So the directory is a list of all members across all groups on the PWR website. Is that right? So
yes.
It promotes each of the women.
Yes, with their website, their.com, all of their info. Yep.
Okay. What did I want? And what's your goal with this? I see that you have a number of groups going now. So what's your goal?
So my goal is to take this concept to the next level to support more women. So again, this is not a six figure. I don't make six figures running Powerful Women Rise. It's not a hugely lucrative. I suppose it could be. But my goal is to share what I've created to other women, because during COVID, I know a lot of women's groups, at least two significant ones that I know of, shut down. And so we all know that we want to connect with other women and support each other as women, as business women, as women entrepreneurs, even women in transition and looking for their path. And so I just feel like what I have created is so different from all of the network marketing groups that are out there, from the referral groups that are out there. What I've created is so different. I would be doing a disservice by not sharing this with other women if they wanted to. If this turns out in 10 years from now that there are, there's one group in California and one group in Texas and, one group somewhere else, I'm not, that doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Do the
That,
groups meet in person or online?
so I have done both and I continue to do both. So I do, currently I have Plymouth, New Bedford, and Norwell, Massachusetts. I'm
Mhm.
really, Plymouth is going to be going. So I'm really hunkering it down to Norwell and New Bedford. Those are my two in-persons. And I also have a virtual online. So
Plymouth is going where?
Plymouth is going.
Why?
Yes. And honestly, I've had Plymouth since 2018 and I live in Plymouth. So it just made so much sense for me to host one in Plymouth. Beth, are you in Plymouth?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So if you wanted to, I'm not doing one in Plymouth anymore.
Okay,
So this would be perfect opportunity for you. I just have never had any ground with it in
okay,
the Plymouth town myself.
okay.
I've had more success outside of Plymouth.
And are the groups geographic based or just sort of sphere based?
I specifically created three groups that were in a triangle area. So Plymouth, Norwell, and New Bedford, Massachusetts, if you look on the map, they're approximately 30 to 40 minutes apart from each other.
Yep.
And then I created a luncheon. So my luncheons are every fifth Thursday. And so I can share once you decide you want to join, I can go into more details about
Of how
how
you
I
run it.
did,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, how I did that and how I organize it.
Okay, great.
Because if you are going to open one, that's pretty simple. But if you are going to expand and you're going to have another one like I did, that takes a little bit more coordination. So I can share what I did and why to help you.
Okay. And then on the earning potential, am I understanding this correctly that it's basically just $3,000 a year based on an annual fee that members pay?
No, the
Okay.
the first 90 days, if you get um, if you get 22 women, so if you just do the math, if you have 22 women that join, okay, including yourself because you're paying 359, well, you're not going to get commission on yourself, but anyway, so it's 22 women
Right.
um, at the 259 that they
Yep.
pay, then you're going to get the commission off of 58% off of the 240
Right. Got it.
when they
That's
renew.
a 3 grand. Right.
Yep, that's the 3K or a little bit more,
Yeah.
$3,080 or something. When they renew, you're going to get 78% because the renewal is a lower fee.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What's the renewal
So,
fee?
yeah, so my renewal is a lower fee. Now, this is all based on my numbers and what I charge to run my groups and my memberships. Once you decide to franchise, you could, you know, increase your pricing and change the renewal and different
So
things.
how often do you meet monthly?
We meet monthly each group.
Each group meets monthly. So what I'm trying to understand is there's basically an annual fee for new members, a renewal fee, but that's like it. You're not making any monthly income. It's just this annual fee. Is that right?
You are making monthly income if you have new members join.
Okay. But it's
So
all
you,
based on joining.
yes. So every time you have a new guest that comes,
Okay.
and you follow up with that guest, and that guest decides to join, you're going to earn 58% off of 240.
So have you found, has your experience been it's kind of a rolling type of thing then?
My experience is people join all throughout the year. There
Okay, yeah,
are a couple of months that we have more joining than others. I think January, November, um, May, April, May.
okay.
So we can go into that. Um, but for the most part, the other key thing I want to mention about this 80-20 rule, and I'm writing these notes because I want to make sure that I put this in the information. The 80-20 rule is 80% you and your business and 20% this, group, right? Um, so, when I led groups in the past, there's always, whenever you do something new, there's always a learning curve, right? When you're taking on something new, when you start a new job, when you start a new app on your phone, there's a learning curve, right? So the learning curve is my goal is to get that learning curve in the first 90 days,
Yeah.
because after that first 3 months, there isn't anything for you to do within this um, company,
Except run the monthly meeting.
except which is a 1 day.
Is it a full day?
No, it's 10 to 11:30 in the morning is what I
Gotcha.
have.
Okay.
So this is my point about the age 80-20. So this 20% of pouring into this meeting is the day before the meeting, you're going to print out your handouts. And the day of the meeting, you're going to facilitate the meeting. And the
Got it.
day after the meeting, you're going to follow up with any guests that came to the meeting.
Got it.
I also give 1 month free to guest, every member that brings a guest that joins. So I'll say that again. Every member who brings a guest to a meeting that joins, they get a month free. And so I do that as an incentive if somebody knows somebody and they want to share the experience, because
Got
this
it.
is an experience.
Yeah, of course.
When you're in this is an experience, and we are a spiritual mastermind. So we are masterminding. We don't have speakers because everyone in the room wants to be a speaker. Everyone in the room wants to have their stage. And so really the one that's facilitating is the real leader slash speaker, but everyone in the room is a speaker.
Yeah.
And so you're the 20% is, you prepare for the meeting the day before or the night before, you facilitate the meeting, and then you follow up with guests.
Got it.
The rest of the month, it really, ideally, you're spending your time on you and your business,
Yeah. Got it.
and not pouring your energy into, behind the scenes websites, because I'm doing all of that.
Okay. I understand. Thank
And
you.
then another point, with back to the directory you had mentioned, what I'm creating is a drop down menu of some kind where, Beth Davis, if your Beth Davis brand is your brand, um, people can click Beth Davis, and that's all the women in your group are going to show up on that page.
Got it. Yeah. And is that an opportunity for women to kind of network and get together across
Of,
groups?
of course.
Okay.
So a lot of women throughout the years will ask me or text me, "Hey, Nicole, what's Susan's number? I want to reach out to her."
Yeah.
Well, everybody's information is all on the website. So
Got it.
if I can't get back to that person, this is what I try to emphasize. Go to the website. All the information is here. There. We also have a VIP lounge in Facebook.
Okay.
Um, and it is a place for paid members to be able to promote. So there are people in that group that do not belong to any group at all. They are just, I like to say it's the VIP lounge is the house of PWR. And, if you're a member, you're welcome to come in the front door, come into the house and promote and talk about your stuff. But everyone else is sort of on the front lawn, or they're in the backyard at the barbecue, and they're just checking it out. They're just seeing what we're all about. And they get to tap into everyone else's um, brands and professions and all of that.
Well, that's not a private group.
It is, you have to be invited.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you're not in it yet, Beth, I'll be inviting you in it.
Okay.
I know Kim's already in it. Um, all right, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the 1 month free, I want to make sure I make note of that. With guests. Okay. Did you have any other questions, Beth?
Not about this. I probably would like to talk to you again privately, just to sort of share where I'm at in my career and what I'm looking for.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. And I mean, that's the intention as well, is anyone that's watching this recording, I would love to have a one-to-one and see where their head is at. And, if there's additional questions that were not answered on this call. So
Okay.
absolutely. Kim, did you have questions? Are you 100% clear, Kim?
No, I have a lot. I actually, much similar to Beth, I have some conversation I think I will have with you after. So,
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. It's not just, yeah, I think.
Just person specific.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's important, right?
Yeah.
To be able to give that. So,
Yes. And in addition, we talked about in-person and virtual. I just want to be clear on that. It can be either or, and it can be both.
Okay.
So
is it up to the group what the group decides?
well, it's up to the leader.
Yeah.
Whoever's, whatever they want to create. Yeah.
Okay, I will ask a question about that. So if some people make a virtual group, do they ever invite like people out of state or from far distances to be part of the group? So you're not limited by geography then?
I'm not. And that's when I created the virtual one originally, was during COVID.
Yeah.
Of course. So, and I had probably a good handful, maybe 8 or 9 that had joined during COVID. But then as soon as we were able to go out and about again, they all went back to their communities.
Yeah.
So, but I kept it going. So I do, only because if I have someone that cannot attend the meeting, I want to be able to have that virtual option for them every month, so that they can at least attend with me online if they can't make the in-person. So it's actually a good idea to do one of each for that reason.
So I just got lost there. So is it a hybrid meeting then? It's
no, it's not hybrid. No, but not that you can't do that. If somebody wanted to create a hybrid meeting and they have all the the huge screens, and they can.
I just find those very awkward. I'm in a lot of
It
hybrid
can
meetings.
be.
I think it's awkward and it detracts from what you're trying to do sometimes.
You really have to have quite a bit of finesse. I've done it, a couple
Yeah.
of times, again during COVID, when we had luncheons and we had awards luncheons, and
Yeah.
not everyone could come, and some people were sick and this and that. So it does take quite a bit of finesse. But so to go back and be clear again, I have a New Bedford in person, I have a Norwell, Massachusetts in person, and then once a month I hold a completely separate virtual meeting.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
So I hold that separate one, and I organize them. So it's the first Thursday, actually the second Thursday for Norwell, the third Thursday for New Bedford, and then the fourth Thursday is the virtual Zoom.
Okay.
So it's important to organize it easy for your schedule, however you're going to organize the meetings,
Yeah.
always on Mondays, always on Thursdays, always at night, always in the morning, whatever um, you is more comfortable for you.
Yeah. Okay. Now I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So I think we're good. Kim, you're good? Yep. All right. So I will connect with both of you outside of the call
Okay.
and we'll set up a second session.
Nice meeting you, Kim.
I have in my calendar, I'll send you my calendar links. I think I have through January 3rd is
Okay.
set with my schedule. Yeah.
Okay. That sounds great. Thank you
So
so much.
awesome. You're welcome.
Take
Thank you
care.
for
Good to see
coming.
you.
And I will talk to you both soon. Thank you.